Okay, well, hello everybody. Hello. What is going on? I got hair in my mouth. Ugh. I start talking immediately, a hair jumps onto my tongue. Ugh. Don't you just love that feeling? Hello everybody. How are you? Phil here. And I'm running a stream. I'm not sure if you guys are aware that there's a live stream going on right now. You may not realize this. It may be a revelation to you. However, it is taking place immediately right now, right here on my twitch.tv channel. Is that something? What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday, and ladies and gentlemen, happy final day of 2017. Now, I am well aware, in some places of the world, all right, if you can believe it, in some places, it's already 2018. What's up with that nonsense? That's crazy. Right? For me, I don't know about you guys. For me, currently, it's 11:43 a.m. And I don't know about you, but we're still firmly here with our butts planted in 2017, trying to end this year on a high note, right? But for some people on planet Earth, it's already the next year. That's just insanity to me. How dare they? How dare they get the jump on us? I'm going to find these people. I'm going to have them give them a piece of my mind, all right? They better come right back to 2017 with all of us. Actually, it's funny. It's funny because for me, living now on the West Coast, and ever since I moved to the West Coast, it's been very different because I used to live on the East Coast, and so everything would happen first, right? If I were watching a live event on TV, I'd get to see it first. Television shows would air first. New Year's would happen first. Christmas would happen first. Events would happen first because I was the most forward time zone in the United States is the East Coast. I don't know if you guys are aware of that or not. But now that I'm on the West Coast, I'm 3 hours behind a lot of people in the United States. So I'll be like ending my workday. I'll be like ending my final stream, or I'll be uploading videos, and all of a sudden, happy whatever. I'll see on Twitter. I'll be like, what? Like, it's not even, it's not that yet. Wait, I guess it is, right? I guess it actually is. It is Christmas. It is, New Year's. It is whatever for some people. And it throws me off because, it throws me for a loop. Being like, man, it's very different. It's a different feeling, for sure, living on the West Coast, in that regard. Ugh. But that being said, hello, everyone, and welcome. Today is Sunday, December 31st, 2017. I indeed am Darkside Phil, and I welcome all of you to my one gameplay stream for today. It's just going to be one today, not a crazy amount of, multiple streams like I've been doing recently. However, this stream is going to be a different, well, not different one, but it's going to maybe and more than likely run long. All right. So just so you guys are in the know about what's going on today. Today we're doing LA Noire, and I'm attempting to wrap up the game completely. All right. Now, where am I in the game? I'm at the final case of Vice. And if I remember correctly, we already started it. And I believe after this, there's 6 arson cases. And if I remember correctly, a few of the arson cases are not very long, but a couple of them are very long. So I'm not exactly sure how long it's going to take me to complete the game. Typically, my gameplay stream starts around 11:30. I do pre-stream, which goes roughly, let's say, till 12:30. And then I play games for about 4.5 to 5 hours. Or, excuse me, three and a half. Boy, I cannot speak today. Let's try this again. It is 4.5 to 5 hours. I was right. It depends. It depends on what kind of game it is or whatever. But typically, I end my stream around 5 p.m. Pacific time. Today, I'm just going to go as long as I need to go. All right. In order to beat the game. Okay? So, these cases I've been doing, typically they've been taking around maybe a half an hour to 45 minutes each case. So if you figure, let's just for the sake of argument say 45 minutes per case, right? Well, you're talking it's probably going to be about 4 to 5 hours then to beat the game. And of course, there's the big epic conclusion at the end of the game. I remember that. So we're going to see how it goes. If I have to go super long on stream today, I will go super long. Reason being is I want to finish up LA Noire today. I don't want it to be a lingering, hanging playthrough that I never finished. Especially because, for those of you who are not aware, I had an incredibly successful day yesterday with my very special, first time only fundraising stream event. People were incredibly generous. People were incredibly positive. I had so many people showing up for yesterday's stream, to support. And FYI, for those who are not aware, maybe you weren't around yesterday and you haven't been paying attention to my Twitter, you just have no idea what's going on. I basically have overwhelmingly positive news to share with you guys, all right? So first of all right, FYI, people showed up in droves, they cheered, they subbed, they tipped, they pledged to my Patreon, they really wanted to help me out with the situation with my back taxes and basically make it so that 2018 would get off to a good start. All right, they were basically very upset with the way that life had treated me in 2017. They wanted to see things basically get off to hit the ground running, very positive start to the year, and I very much appreciated that, okay? To give you a final kind of update on how things went yesterday, because I'm sure you guys are interested if you weren't here. Number one, we are at a record high number of subscribers on the channel. 379 subscribers. Holy shit. No lie, folks. About a month to a month and a half ago, I only had like 250, 60. I mean, that's insane growth. That's just crazy to me that I got that many new subs in that short period of a time. That's nuts. Number two, just out of nowhere, I set kind of an arbitrary tips goal that I had no desire to actually hit. I had no inkling that I was going to hit this amount of tips yesterday. I just didn't think it was going to happen, all right? I set $2,000 as a tips goal, not knowing exactly what I'm going to owe on my taxes and all that. I just said, what the hell? I'll put it out there as a goal and see if it motivates people to tip me. We exceeded it. Holy shit. All right? It's nuts. Then also, I had, obviously, my Patreon goal, which I've had all month, my stretch goal, that, by the way, we had already hit the tier 1 goal. So we already were going to play Metal Gear Solid 2 or 3 in January. It just wasn't sure what game it would be yet, because I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know what would happen with the voting. But if you guys remember, I had a stretch goal set up as well, that if I raised $2,000 on Patreon this month, then I would play both games starting on January 1st, back to back. All right? So the goal was set, and I basically had about, I'd say probably $250 to $300 of additional Patreon pledges, but we hadn't gotten any further than that. I still would have needed around, I'd say probably around $500-600 of Patreon pledges in order to hit the goal that I had set to do the Metal Gear event. But then this crazy thing happened last night. All right, it was the second session of gameplay of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Everyone was feeling super positive. Everyone was feeling so excited, right? And so this is all going down, and basically I hit the $2,000 tips goal, and I'm like, you're gotta be kidding me. Like, I didn't even, again, I pulled that number out of thin air. I'm not afraid to tell you guys that. I don't have any numbers on exactly what I'm gonna owe on my back taxes or what I'm gonna owe my tax attorney or whatever when all this is said and done. I have no idea. I just guesstimated. I said, this is probably a good amount. This is not what I'm intending on hitting, but let me just put it up on the stream and see what happens. I hit it. I was like, this is insanity. So basically what I made this big announcement, and I said, here's what we're going to do, folks. Since people have been so overwhelmingly positive to me today, anything now that goes to tips, I'm going to put towards the Patreon goal. Because, boy, would I be a greedy, asshole to say, look at how much people came out today and supported me, and above and beyond what I had expected, to not be in a good mood and celebrate, the fact that people have been so supportive, and just say, to hell with it. If we get anything extra, let's just put it right towards the Patreon goal and make it happen. Folks, after that happened, another some $600 of tips came in. So, all in all, I raised so many funds yesterday, and this is no exaggeration, unless I've been completely off in all of my estimations and calculations of what these taxes are going to be that I'm due in late January. I think I'm good to go. All right? I'm pretty sure that I'm good to go. And I think that not only am I going to be able to pay my taxes for 2017, these business taxes that are due in late January, I think I now have enough money to cover whatever my tax attorney will charge me for these back tax filing or whatever. Obviously, I don't think I have enough that's going to pay all the back taxes, but what I'm hoping, like I said, is that they're going to put me on a payment plan so that every month I can just pay a little bit until eventually it's gone. But the bottom line is, you guys came out and were so supportive of me this past weekend. I mean, and of course it was been this past month. It was about a month ago I was on Thanksgiving, actually, that I had done my Thanksgiving edition of Hate Live, my podcast. And I had revealed to all of you what was going on with this back tax situation and what had been like lingering and looming on my shoulders. And it kept me basically feeling pretty negative for the past few months. In the last month, you guys have been so supportive of me. And honestly, folks, I mean, being real talk with you, I didn't expect that. I thought there would be some supportive people, but I didn't know that people would be coming out in droves the way that they have. Basically, it spread like wildfire across the internet of what's been going on with me, and people who I haven't seen in a long time have been coming to my streams and been supportive. And I'm not just saying, oh, they threw me money. I'm just saying people just being in general positive towards me for the first time in quite a long time. I feel really good. I do. All right. I actually feel incredibly positive about the future to the point. And the thing is, you know, not that I'm trying to be unrealistic here, but it seems to me that you guys have my back. And, you know, even though 2018, again, may be a challenging year, because it's funny, folks, you know, I've been looking, every year I say, oh, the next year is going to be great. And then all these challenges arise. Every year, it's like that, right? You know, I'm a realist here. I'm not trying to be negative, and I'm certainly not trying to be a doom and gloom kind of person. But let's face it, every year, it seems like something else happens. I mean, who would have predicted in 2017 the YouTube bubble would burst and all the ad revenue would plummet the way it did, and people who were full-time YouTubers would have to completely change their styles and find other ways to make a living because YouTube basically wasn't profitable anymore because Google doesn't know how to run a fucking business, right? No one could have predicted that. I certainly had no idea. No one knew this was coming. And they certainly don't share that information with everyone, right? So all that being said, after this last month, the amount of positivity and support that I've seen from you guys, and again, I don't just mean financially, I mean in general. People just being nice to me, people coming out and supporting me, people on social media being nice, you know what I mean? And not to say that there haven't been nasty people, there always will be. And if you guys haven't noticed, they've been in overdrive. They've been in panic mode recently, right? The nasty people have been in overdrive and panic mode because they see how positively things are going for me, and they can't take it. To them, it blows their mind, right? I you know, that's what happens when you're such a negative person and your entire life is focused around negativity. When people around you do good, you lose your mind. And that's a horrible way to be, in my opinion. At least in my life, there's been times in my life that I've been like that when I was much younger. And I like to think that now that I'm older, I've become a lot more mature and a lot different from that. And I don't want to go back to being that kind of person. You know what I mean? But all that being said, folks, I honestly feel right now, not that I'm invincible, because I'm not. I'm a very fallible, very, very fragile, very, vulnerable person. Everyone knows that. But I feel that, like, no matter what comes up against me, no matter what kind of circumstance I'm going to face, no matter what challenges I see in life, and no matter what kind of adversity rears its ugly head, that it seems like if I share what's going on with you guys and we tackle it together, that we can beat it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how I couldn't feel that way after the year that I've had. All right, the year that I've had, and the amazing amount of shit that was thrown at me this year. I'm not going to go through the laundry list of shit that happened because I don't want to dwell on it. I want to move past it, okay? It certainly feels to me like you guys got my back, right? I mean, am I wrong here? Because did I ever expect that people were going to come out and support me the way they did? No, I didn't. And I know maybe I should have, because I've been around for 10 years, and I've been saying this a lot recently. I'm coming up on my 10-year anniversary. If you guys aren't aware, 2018 will be my 10-year anniversary. All right? My 10-year anniversary of being a gamer on the internet, of being a content creator, as they say, per se. Now I consider myself a full-time streamer, because really my focus is streaming full-time, even though the next week or two I will be focusing on my year-end series, which is going to be some editing. As soon as I'm done with that, boom, we're right back to full-time streaming, right? Because that has to be the focus moving forward. That is the future. But it certainly seems to me, right, that I don't know, that, like, you know, it seems like, yes, there will always be shit thrown at me. There will always be negative stuff that's going to happen. But as long as I'm honest with you guys and I'm transparent and, you know, we tackle this stuff together, that it looks like I can get past it. You know what I mean? Like, I did not expect what happened in the last month to happen. I thought for sure, I'm not even lying, you know, and I don't want to be overly negative, but I thought that I would be probably by the end of January finding out there's no way I can pay what I owe. And that I was probably going to set it up and have to sell my house. And that this year was going to be a sad year of me basically having to sell my house, leave this house, and move on. Maybe to a smaller place that sucks and the internet's not as good or whatever. Move back to, worst case, move back to Connecticut, which I really don't want to do. All right. That would be the ultimate defeat for me. Okay. And let me put it this way, too, because I don't want you guys to feel that, like, everything's now amazing and everything's perfect. It's not. 2018, folks, even though I'm looking forward to it very positively, is also going to be a very challenging year. What you guys got to realize is, in the last month, you guys have really rallied to support me and help me with this tax situation. You have. And I made a lot of extra money that normally I wouldn't make, and I think that I'm now out of the woods when it comes to this tax situation, when it comes to the business tax. However, now, coming up in April of 2018 is going to be my federal taxes. And guess what? I just made a shitload more money in December than I usually do, which means, guess what? I now am going to owe way more federal taxes. And guess what? I don't have the money for them because all that money that I just made is going towards this state tax. So you see what I mean? It's like an never-ending, ongoing fucking torrent of nonsense. Not to say that I don't think it'll ever level out. I think it will. I honestly think that in 2018, if I can maintain the level of success that I had in 2017, meaning if I can keep you guys coming out to streams, if you guys, you know, continue to support me the way that you have, and by the way, I'm not saying the way that you have in December. It's been insane. I certainly don't expect that level of support every month. This was obviously people going above and beyond what's to be expected. All right. But undoubtedly, in 2017, I saw an increase in attention, viewership, and honestly, profit with streaming. And if I can maintain that in 2018, what I'm hoping is that in these first few months of 2018, especially with the things I'm planning to do, just to give you guys a rundown. All right, here's a quick rundown. Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, I think those are going to be crazy. I think people are going to come out to watch that every day. Whether they're fans or detractors, they're going to come out to watch it because they want to see me either succeed or fail in these games, right? Then the Dragon Ball FighterZ beta is going to be quite good. Balance that in again with the Metal Gear Solid stuff. I'm going to keep playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I'm going to be doing my year-end series. So just in the first 2 weeks of January, you've got a lot of very exciting stuff. Then we've got, at the end of the month, the actual release of Dragon Ball FighterZ paired with the release of Final Fantasy Dissidia. All right. Then in February, all right, the Shadow of the Colossus remake will be released. I'm sure I'll still be playing Dragon Ball FighterZ and Final Fantasy Dissidia because they come out at the very end of January. All right. Later on in February, we have the Secret of Mana remake that I'm interested in playing. But keep in mind, in February, I will be playing Super Mario Sunshine. Probably the second half of February. I'm thinking I'm going to be playing Super Mario Sunshine. All right. How cool is that? That's going to be sweet. Because people wanted to see that for months. I promised it. I've been having to hold off on it. But I think I'm finally going to be able to do it in February for sure. Okay? And then there's some good stuff coming up. You know, later on, you got to get into March, April. There's a few pretty big things coming up that I'm pretty pleased to tackle with you guys. All right? But just the early months of the year, I think we're going to have some hype stuff that people are going to be pretty excited. They're going to be pretty excited about it. And so what I'm hoping is I have a really good first few months of 2018. I make some really good money to the point where I now have extra money that I can put towards these taxes that are going to be coming due in April. I don't know how it's going to go. I said this last night as well. I said I don't like doing fundraising events. I don't. You know, even though I saw a massive outpouring of people and it was one of the most positive things I've ever done ever in the 10 years that I've made content for the internet. Yesterday was undoubtedly one of the most positive days I've ever had the entire time because people not only came out, but they were so positive. They supported. It was so amazing. But I don't want to do that all the time. A fundraiser is an event that I think you do when you really need it. Because that way, if you're only doing them when they're absolutely needed, people realize how important it is, and they realize you're not just basically lying about shit or making stuff up. That basically you're doing it because it's a serious situation, right? You really need the help. So what I hope is that the early on in 2018, I could tackle everything, everything that's going on. I can make enough money that when the taxes come due, I'm good. But if not, and we have to do another fundraising event, it is what it is. But at least I know, again, I see what kind of support you guys, can give. And I could not believe. I'm so blown away, guys. I really am. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, the bottom line is this. Let me summarize. All right. Let me summarize. Okay. I could sit here today and I could act like today's just a normal day. And I could say, hey, guys, cheers, sub and tip, and, pledge to my Patreon and do this and do that. I'm not going to do that today. Because I think you guys know at this point, going forward, what's happening. And not to say I'm not going to do that, because, yes, moving forward, I will be doing plugs at the beginning of all my streams like usual. It's necessary. Yes, this is my hobby. Yes, this is what I love to do, but it's also a business. And I need to make money, or else I can't keep my house, and I can't pay my bills, I can't pay for the internet, and I can't do this with you guys every day. It's a necessary evil of the business is advertisement. All right? But the bottom line is that I am so happy with how things have gone. I am so amazingly feeling so positive for the future. Again, it's like I really do feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders, because I almost feel like no matter what I come up against, that if I'm just really transparent and honest with you guys, that we can tackle anything together. And I know maybe now that may be overly optimistic, because I don't tend to be too optimistic in my life. I tend to be very skeptical. It was funny because let me give you some perspective. Last night, after the stream ended, all right, I called my girlfriend and I told her the good news. I said, you'd be so surprised. You wouldn't believe how amazing this is, how positive people were. I think I'm done. I'm good with my taxes now in January and everything. And she's so happy too for me and everything. And I said, yeah, but now the next hurdle is going to be in April when I owe these federal taxes, and I don't know what they're going to be, and they're probably going to be exorbitantly high compared to what I usually pay now, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford it, and I might have to do another fundraiser. And she says, what are you doing? She basically talked sense into me. She goes, what are you doing? She's like, you just did a crazy ass fundraising marathon. People came out and supported the shit out of you. It's the end of the year. You should be feeling, positive. Why are you even thinking about that now? She's like, what are you doing? Look at what just happened with your viewers and your fans being so supportive. You just got to sit down and enjoy the moment and relax and say, wow, this is amazing, and be positive for once and stop it with that negative shit. And she's right. She talked sense into me. For the first time in a long time, she actually got through. She got through to me. I was like, she's absolutely right. Why on earth am I there's always going to be a next thing. You know what I mean? There's always going to be a next hurdle. There's always going to be a next challenge in life. There's always going to be a next thing. Because that's how life is. You know what I mean? Life, for very few people on planet Earth, is life just a cakewalk. It's challenge to challenge, adversity to adversity. That's kind of what life is. There's always going to be another thing to tackle. And you know what? For a lot of people, I think that's a good thing. And the reason being, because can you imagine if life was just a cakewalk? If life was just so fucking boring because there was no challenge, there was nothing to overcome. You know what I mean? I think life actually is more fulfilling and more enriching when you have these challenges to overcome. Can you imagine these little rich kids that get, their whole life, they're born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Anything they do in their life, they never get into trouble for it. They're not responsible for anything. Everything gets their free ride, paid the whole way, right? And literally, they don't do anything. Never in their life are they challenged. Never in their life does anything happen to them that's, a consequence. They just go right through fucking life, with their legs kicked up, their heels kicked up, and that's how they feel, it's like a free ride. I don't know about you guys. That seriously has never happened to me. You know what I mean? I've always been in a situation in my life where it seems like just when I think things are good, just when I think things are safe, just when I think it's safe to actually have some enjoyment, to kick my heels up a little bit and say, wow, everything's great. Boom, here comes the next big fucking thing that slams me, kicks me right in the nuts, right? And I'll be honest here. Back when I was the big wig on YouTube, I was one of the big YouTube gamers. I'd say probably from the years of 2010 to 2012. I kind of had that feeling where I felt, wow, it doesn't matter what happens. I'm kind of immune to everything because, I'm making a certain amount of money. I have a certain amount of popularity. Even though there's people that don't like me, it doesn't matter because I got so many people who do, So I did get that feeling in my life, at least for a little bit. But for the majority of the time that I've been around, it's always been, what's the next thing? What's the next challenge to overcome? What's the next hurdle? All right? But my girlfriend is absolutely right. There are times in life when you need to sit back and you need to just say, wow, let's enjoy the moment for what it is. Let's enjoy the positivity for what it is. Let's just have fun. All right? And let's just say, thank you, awesome, and let's live it up a little bit. Let's celebrate being positive, all right? And what a time to do that than the final day of 2017. What a way to end the year and send this year off and say, good riddance, and not to say that I'm so angry about what happened in 2017 because there's a lot of positive things that happen, as you guys know. I mean, I've talked about it. The fact that me adjusting from being a YouTube focus to a Twitch focus has been such a positive change. And I really feel now for the future, things are just going to get better and better because I made this change. And I can't thank you guys enough for convincing me to do it. Because I'm very stubborn sometimes. I'm very, I wouldn't say ignorant, but when something is at least working for me temporarily or for a certain amount of time, I don't like to change. I like to just stay with what works. And being YouTube focused for so long was what worked for me. All right. And now it's not. Now it's like I got to move on. Okay. And Twitch has been such a different positive experience for me that, it's just, if I hadn't changed this year, that would have been it. So, holy shit. Even though 2017 was a positive year, please, let's put it in the past. Let's move on positively. I'm so looking forward to 2018, right? So many positive, great things that can happen this coming year. Things are coming together already. I can already tell you guys, as a result of my taxes now seemingly to being tackled and being okay now for January, already I've got some stuff I'm putting into motion here. I'm not going to tell you what it is and spoil, but there's already some really positive things moving behind the scenes, knowing now that at least, knowing that I can get past January, that I'm not going to have to be in the process of selling my house or whatever right away. I know that certain things are going to happen and are insured, and therefore some things are already moving behind the scenes. Let's put it that way. And I will share that stuff with you guys, okay? I will share that stuff with you guys if and when I feel it is a safe time to do so, all right? But, there's personal stuff also going on behind the scenes that I'm not going to reveal until I feel that it is, appropriate, all right? For my own safety, because of, what people do with this information that I put out there, personal information about myself or whatever. They try to do nasty shit with it. Okay? So, I will have some good news for you guys hopefully soon. We'll see. I hope to have really good news for you soon, and we'll go from there, all right? But, that being said, 2018, I feel, is going to be amazing, in no small part, because you guys and gals have my back, right? You support me, and because you have been so amazing to me, and it's that some people might say, how could Phil say this stuff? Isn't he aware that behind the scenes there's all this negative stuff going on right now with him, and people are talking shit about this? And I don't care. I just don't care anymore. I'm 35 years old. I've now done this for 10 years. I just don't care. I really don't. People will believe what they want. They'll make up shit, whatever they want. And I just don't give a fuck anymore. I don't. Let these idiots do or say whatever they want, all right, and be in their own little world of fantasy nonsense. You and I will be here every day having fun together, and that's all that matters. It does all that periphery shit is just that. It's periphery shit. It's on the outskirts of reality of what we deal with every day. You know? So let them do whatever they want. Fuck it. Who cares? We be here and we just have fun with each other every day. With gaming, and I think that's the way that we have to approach it, all right? All right, and now, before I start doing shout-outs and stuff, because I am, as usual, I'm still going to do shout-outs for cheers, subs, and tips today. All the usual, all right? But before I get to that, I have one final thing that I want to say, and this I mean from the bottom of my heart, all right? Every day, I go on Twitter, and I see people who have the most amazing, successful fucking lives, all right? And I'll be honest with you guys, to some extent, when I see a big streamer who's way more successful than me, or I see a giant YouTuber who literally just did something really fucking stupid and got virally popular because of something stupid that they did, and now they're basically set for life because they're millionaires. When I see that, yes, it gets to me. It does. And I think it gets to all of us in some extent. We see someone like that, and you're like, man, you know what? Why not me? Why not me? Why aren't I the person? Because, a lot of times you just look at that and you're like, wow, it's easy for that person who's rolling in dough. This person who's a top 10 streamer on Twitch wishing us all a happy new year. Yeah, well, that's easy for him to say because he's filthy rich, right? Because he's so virally popular over bullshit. Or you see this YouTuber who you really say, I can't believe that guy's popular. What the fuck? Why couldn't that be me? Why couldn't that have happened to me, right? And you see that, and you're always going to have that feeling, that nagging feeling in the back of your head that, man, that should have been me, and that little bit of jealousy. And I can publicly admit that to you guys right now. I feel it. I do feel it. All right? I absolutely 100% feel it. And I get angry sometimes when I see those tweets. This person who's filthy rich and or so successful. Oh, life is great, and everyone should be positive. And here, I'm going to share positivity with you. Of course you could share positivity because you're filthy rich, right? And it's funny because a lot of people criticize me and they say, Phil, you're always mentioning money. You're always mentioning you need this, you need that. Yeah, but if you guys notice, if you actually go back in time, which a lot of people won't do, they're not willing to do that. If you go back in time, all right, to the years when I was hyper successful on YouTube, the years when I was making tons of money, all right, I didn't mention that at all. You know what I mean? Did I ever mention, support me with this pledge here? Cheer this or that. I need help here. Never. For many years on YouTube when I was super white hot popular, I, again, would not accept help. I would, no, I won't accept it. It's all on me. Don't worry about it. I'm doing good or whatever. That's it. When people are doing well, you will always hear positivity from them because that's all they have in their life. It's very rare, folks, very rare when you have someone, okay, who is not in super levels of popularity, super levels of positivity, super hyper hot levels of wealth. Someone who will come out and be very positive. It's that simple. You won't. You won't see someone who's at the bottom of their luck or maybe had a real rough year come out and say, wow, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling positive. Thanks everyone for a great year and let's keep moving. Because it's the thing. Those people, they get either shoved under the rug or they're not going to come out and they're not going to say that. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, 2017 was one of the worst years of my life. I'm not gonna beat around the bush here. It was one of the worst years of my life for multiple reasons. You guys know the reasons. Almost going out of business, almost losing everything, losing a 5-year relationship that I put a lot of love and a lot of time into. Okay, it was not an easy year. It was probably one of the worst years of my life. Honestly, some other things I don't even talk about, all right, publicly. I actually revealed a few things on the fundraising stream yesterday that I never have before. I talked a little bit about my health. My health hasn't been as good as obviously I would like it to be because of the amount that I'm now working and the fact that I live alone and, I'm overstressing myself. I'm talking too much, all kinds of stuff. 2017 was not a good year for me, all right? Just being real. It wasn't, all right? But guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, I feel positive, and I'm here to tell you, all right? First of all, thank you Because there's a very strong chance that if it weren't for your support, all right, if it weren't for the care, the how can I even say it? Because I don't want to say it's love, because it's not. You know what I mean? But the amazing positivity you guys showed me this year, when otherwise a lot of people probably would have just written me off and said, well, he's a dinosaur of the internet. He's done. Look at this. He's falling apart. He can't pay his bills anymore. He's by himself now. You know, fuck him. A lot of people just said, fuck him. Let's just go jump on the bandwagon as someone who's bigger and more popular and more positive than Phil, because, you know, because that's better, right? And that's easy to do. Again, it's easy to jump on the bandwagon as someone who's already virally popular or white hot popular. You guys didn't do that. You stuck with me, right? And you didn't have to do that, and you did. And that will always make me feel amazingly grateful for what I have. Because you guys could have jumped ship and abandoned me and said, fuck it, fuck this guy, and you didn't do that. You were still here every day. You were here to share my experiences, my life experiences, all right? You were here to be here for me at a time in my life when I needed it, all right? To support me when I didn't have any close friends. I didn't have any family besides my parents. You know, you guys were here for me, all right? And what I want to say is, even though 27 was not the most positive year of my life, in fact, it was one of the worst, even though I'm basically in massive debt, even though I don't know what the future holds, and even though, no, I'm not here to say, wow, I'm a top 10 streamer on Twitch. Wow, I'm super filthy rich rolling in dough on YouTube. Happy New Year, everyone. Which is really what you see all over social media from these fucking people, and it drives me nuts. I'm here to say thank you for being here for me, for saving my butt, for sticking with me, and for being along for the ride for the past 10 years. For those of you who've been here for 10 years, I know many of you have not, but man, has it been crazy. Man, has it been just ups and downs, right? And coming from someone who is not white hot popular, who is not filthy rich, and literally has no idea how much longer I'll be able to do this, thank you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for what you've done for me. And let's now move forward into 2018 as positively as we possibly can. You got to look forward optimistically. Yes, coming in April, there's looming stuff that could be negative. Let's not approach it like that, all right? Instead, let's go ahead and looking at stuff very positively. Let's tackle things as positively as we can. Let's just look at every day, day to day. Let's do fun events coming up. Like I said, I can't believe the Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 event is probably going to be insane. Let's just keep going the way we're going. All right? And let's just keep moving forward. That's the way you got to approach it, life, day by day, right? And I hope, coming from me, someone, again, who's not filthy rich and super popular and everything's positive, I hope getting a positive message from me like this actually helps you. Because I'll be honest here, seeing those positive messages from those who are filthy rich and rolling in dough and already kind of e-celebrities doesn't help me at all. I could give two fucks about them and how happy their lives are. But from someone who basically hit rock bottom this year and was sinking back into my depression because of how bad things were, and was pulled out of that by you guys and your support. I mean, and other things as well. Keep in mind, meeting my girlfriend and stuff like that behind the scenes was very, very positive and got me out of it too. But you guys, no lie, were a major reason why I'm still here. All right? Thank you for that. Okay? Thank you. And I mean that. And I'll never forget it. If all this ends to tomorrow, I would never forget how nice you guys were to me in 2017 to make this keep this going and to keep things positive and wow. All right. There you go, folks. So, real quick, everyone. Let's very quickly review what's going to happen this week, and then let's give shout-outs, and then let's get started with the conclusion of LA Noire, all right? And by the way, folks, yes, I am completely ignoring the group of negative idiots who came into the stream chat to try to ruin what I was just saying. They just tried so hard to distract me, to derail me from my message, and I didn't let it happen. I said, I'm not gonna, because today is not the day for them to have any kind of time or attention. You do whatever you want, be as negative and nasty as you want. I'm sorry, you're not going to get to me today. You're just not. Okay, so today, the conclusion of LA Noire. As long as it takes, we'll finish this game today on stream, and I hope you guys truly have fun watching the conclusion of LA Noire with me here live. Sound good? Tonight, I'll be doing the weekend preview. All right? I'll be doing the weekend preview, and I'll be editing the final part of my most disappointing games of 2017 countdown. All right? So I will finish that up tonight. If I have extra time, if I have extra time, I will be working on starting my Game of the Year awards, okay? Tomorrow, double stream day. First, it's the premiere of my Metal Gear Solid 2 HD Redemption Run playthrough. I'll be taking it seriously. I'll be trying to actually do well in this game. We'll see how it goes. Starting tomorrow on my first gameplay stream. I cannot, you know how nuts it's going to be tomorrow. You just know. You guys know what to expect. Okay? It's going to be out of control the next couple of weeks with the amount of shit that's going to go down on the streams. Okay? Tomorrow night, I will be doing a second stream. It will be PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. But to start that stream, just like I did the last few PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds late night sessions, will be the world premiere of my most disappointing games of 2017 final part, the conclusion. I'll premiere it on stream, then I'll play some PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and then after that, I will upload all those videos to DSPGaming. Okay? Tuesday, all day long, I'll be playing Metal Gear Solid 2. It's going to be double stream on Tuesday of Metal Gear Solid 2. Pretty cool, right? Wednesday, I'll also be doing Metal Gear Solid 2. But there will not be a second stream on Wednesday because Wednesday night I'm going to go run my errands, do my grocery shopping, and then I'm going to come home and work on the Game of the Year awards. Hopefully getting a video ready for you guys to release on Thursday, because Thursday, again, will be Metal Gear Solid 2. Thursday night, yes, will be more PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and then it will be the premiere, hopefully, if everything goes according to my plans, of my Game of the Year awards countdown, part 1. Okay? Sounds good? That's what you can roughly expect for this week, guys. I hope that you are looking forward to it. For me, that's probably the best way I can start this year. I'm so happy because I really wanted to start this year with hitting the ground running with Metal Gear rather than having to take 2 weeks to do a poll. And now we don't have to do a poll. Now it's just Metal Gear Solid 2, and boom, whenever I finish it, Metal Gear Solid 3. This is going to work out so well. I'm very excited. And I hope you're excited too. All right, everyone. So, right now, what I'm going to do is give shout-outs. FYI, if you do either cheer, sub, or tip during the course of my stream today, I will give you a shout-out. Keep in mind, it's at my discretion. If you're going to say something negative or be a troll, I don't have to read your message. But in general, if you are saying something positive or nice, I will give you a shout-out, okay? If you cheer 50 bits or more, if you subscribe to the channel and click on the share button, or if you tip me $2 or more, you'll also get an on-screen pop-up thank you notice. So it's kind of a dual thing here. You get both visual and verbal thank yous for all your contributions, and I do appreciate that. All right? Sounds good? FYI, there's a couple things going on with discounts with subs. If you're either going to subscribe to someone for the first time ever on Twitch, or if you gift someone a sub, it's currently 20% off until January 6th. I figure I'll just throw that out there for those who are interested. All right? All right. Let's do some shout-outs, and then we will begin with the conclusion of LA Noire. All right? Sound good? So, let's scroll all the way down here. Actually, what I should do is refresh my Muxie because I just want to be sure it picked everything up. Let's scroll all the way down. Okay, so overnight, we had some supportive stuff from Infinite 55. He did a bunch of cheering. He had 100 bits, 10 bits, 25 bits, 75 bits, and 40 bits. So shout out to Infinite 55, who was here overnight and did some cheers, even though I was not streaming. It is very much appreciated to see that overnight support. It's really cool that I'm not here and you guys are still being positive and nice to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you to Infinite for that overnight support. Awesome. All right, now, when the stream started, Let's see here. Xbox One is garbage. Did a 20-bit cheer. He said, Phil, I got to go watch football, but I'll definitely be watching the vids. Very nice. Xbox One is garbage. That's a good point that he brought that up. Just a daily reminder here, everyone. If you do watch my live streams, but you can't stick around for the whole thing, I do not archive my live streams here on Twitch like some other people do. What I do is I record these playthroughs, I split them up into digestible parts, and I upload them to my YouTube gaming channel, DSPGaming. All right? So, if you cannot be here for the entirety of the stream, but you still want to get caught up on what I'm doing in each game, you can watch it on DSPGaming immediately following, because I upload the videos right away. So, for example, yes, all of yesterday's fundraising stream event is already there live on DSPGaming. You can check it out already. Okay? And again, today, the conclusion of LA Noire. As soon as this stream ends, I'll upload it to DSPGaming. Okay? All right, Rock the Ice did a 10-bit cheer. I said, Gangster Phil. He did a 20-bit cheer. He said, Phil, new year, new car, new haters. Let's get 2018 rolling. Well, not a new car, please. I got a new car last year. And please don't tell me that something's going to go wrong with it. I need another new car. Because I actually really like my car right now. Even though it's nowhere near as expensive as the previous car I had, I really like it. Honestly, I'll be honest, I like it better than my old car, which I know is crazy because it's like half the value of my old car, and I like it better. So it just goes to show that a price tag doesn't necessarily make something better at all. But yeah, thank you for the sentiment. Mr. Monty Hasha. What a name. That is really hard to pronounce. Did a 100-bit cheer. It says, Detective Phil ready to crack the case. Grabs the popcorn and goes into lurk mode. Shoots the dude blocking the screen. You saw nothing, Phil. Oh, have some diamonds. Happy New Year. Thank you very much, Mr. Monty. Big Boy Dumper did a 20-bit cheer. He says, I'm back, but Phil was right. I'm hungover as fuck, and I spent way too much money on cheers last night. I knew it. Big Boy was here last night, and he got all caught up in what was going on with the fundraising. Everyone was so excited. Everyone was cheering. And he was drinking. And I said, dude, be careful. When you drink, you tend to do stuff that, you're better judgment. You may do something you regret. And I told him basically to kind of, calm himself a little bit with the cheering. Hopefully you're okay, dude. Hopefully you didn't overspend. I tried to warn you. Trust me, I've been there. We've all been there. There's been nights when I get, years ago, you get drunk and you order shit off the internet. A delivery comes the next week. You're like, what the fuck is this? What? I ordered this? What happened? So, anyway, thank you for the support, but you got to be more careful. Infinite55 did another 150-bit cheer. He says, we are happy that you're happy. I think 2018 will be a year of positivity. Thank you very much, Infinite. I agree. Big Boy Dumper did another 30-bit cheer. He says, sadly, I can only change my name from stupid fucking Big Boy Dumper in 60 days. Yeah, so basically, he made this account, Big Boy Dumper, and he's like, man, I immediately regret this. Can I change my name? No, Twitch only allows you to change it after 60 days, so he's stuck with it for 2 months. Well, that's life, I guess. Hey, don't feel bad. I was stuck with the name Whoa Moses for like 3 years on the internet. What the fuck was I thinking? Shout out to Rock the Ice 24 who did another 20-bit cheer and said, you do need to be smarter about money no matter what. No. I mean, you're right. And, the thing is, I am smarter. This year, I cut back on so much stuff. I got rid of my cable. I dramatically reduced my cell phone bill. I cut out a lot of stuff out of my budget and out of my life here. That basically cutting down as much as possible. All right. There's some things I can't. Cost of internet, there's nothing I can do about that. Cost of electricity, I can't do anything about that. Cost of games, nothing you can do. Right. Things that are necessary for the business to operate. But, got rid of my overly expensive car, downgraded to a much cheaper car. You know what I mean? So I did as much as I could. And I stopped going out. I used to go out to eat. And when I say go out to eat, I don't mean go grab a $5 fast food meal. I mean go out to a restaurant. Used to do that way too much. I don't do any of that anymore. It's all been completely scaled back. So I'm doing everything I can on my end, to do the smart choices and budget and make everything work. And you guys being so supportive, helping me as well, has obviously helped out in tandem. So, Jack Spartacus did a 15-bit cheer. What's going on, Jack? Good to see ya. Mr. Bible Expert 420 tipped me $20 and says, happy everything went great for you yesterday, Phil. Here's hoping 2018 is an awesome year for you. Thank you, Mr. Bible Expert, for that. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Rock the Ice 24 did a 10-bit cheer and says, 2018 DBZ hype. That's right. Dragon Ball Fighter Z. It's coming up, man. Dragon Ball FighterZ is going to be quite hype. I think January is going to be a crazy month because of Dragon Ball FighterZ. It's going to be a great way to start the year. Savage Beast. 7097 did a 45-bit cheer. Thank you, Savage Beast. HMS Croatian. Boy, I read that wrong. HNS Croatian did a 10-bit cheer and said, here's to the potential return of Cooking with the King in 2018. Yeah, I did mention this last night. I'll say it again for you guys here who maybe weren't here last night. If and when my girlfriend gets to move in with me in 2018, one thing we definitely would want to do, obviously, is to start making meals. And what I would like to do is maybe start Cooking with the King, and it won't be like it used to be, just to forewarn everyone, but what it'll be is us trying out new meals and showing you guys, oh, look, here's what goes into the meal, here's a video of us kind of prepping it, and then here's the final result, kind of showing the stages of the meal evolving, and then showing you what it turns into, okay? That would be awesome, to have Cooking with the King return, with her and I kind of making meals together, and showing you guys the final result. Because, by the way, I'm pretty sure neither of us are going to be, like, amazing cooks. We're probably going to fuck stuff up. So, it'll be pretty interesting. But the return of Cooking with the King with new meals that we're attempting to make, I think would be pretty sweet. But obviously, that's something to discuss, if and when, if my girlfriend gets to move in and everything. So, we'll talk about that later. But, yeah, there you go. All right. Here we go. We got a troll cheer, which I will ignore. Goodbye. Okay, Rock the Ice did a 24-bit cheer. Excuse me. Rock the Ice 24 did a 10-bit cheer and said, Phil, feeling the dark side of the Force, the anger gives you strength. Gargos15 subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Gargos, for the sub. I appreciate that. By the way, I should mention, we hit record subs yesterday, 379, the most I've ever had. We are literally, at this point, only a few points away from earning another emote. In fact, right before I start here, I'm going to tell you guys how many subs I have and how many I need in order to hit the next tier to unlock yet another emote, okay, for the subs. But anyway, thank you, Gargos, for the sub. Rock the Ice did another 12-bit cheer. He said, my 2018 hope is that WWE makes a good video game. I think we got a long way to go. Oh my god, I got a hiccup. Excuse me, everybody. We got a long way to go for that, folks. It's been quite a while since WWE made a good video game, like 3-4 years. Better Than Biscuits did a 500-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Better Than Biscuits, for the cheer. Mr. Bible Expert 420 then subscribed to the channel. So not only did he do a very generous tip, he also subbed. Thank you very much, Mr. Bible Expert, for the sub. I appreciate that. BMTel50 did a 50-bit cheer and said, "What really? Why no archives on Twitch?" Well, BMTel, there's two reasons why I don't archive my videos on Twitch. The first is because I have been a YouTuber since 2008. Even though YouTube is on the decline, all right, I still have tens of thousands of people who do check out my stuff on my DSPGaming YouTube channel, all right, and they rely on me to basically put everything over there. And I don't know if you guys are aware of this, you are not allowed, contractually, you are not allowed to have monetized content on demand on two websites at once. So if I upload my videos of LA Noire to YouTube and put ads on them, I cannot also have them running on Twitch at the same time. You can't double dip. Contractually, you're only allowed to put that content on one site or the other. It says right in their contracts, they get exclusivity to advertisement rights or whatever. So, being that I have a 10-year following on YouTube, I'm not going to abandon them, even though 2017 has been a year where I did transition into streaming primarily. I do still support those people. Number two, you guys might not realize this, especially if you have better internet like I do. A lot of people can't watch my live streams and can't even watch the archives here on Twitch because they are more bandwidth intensive. Videos on YouTube tend to be less bandwidth intensive, so people who don't have great internet can still watch my playthroughs on YouTube and not have an issue. So it would be pretty messed up if all of a sudden I announce, well, I'm just going to archive everything on Twitch from now on, and I'm not going to upload any more videos to YouTube. Immediately, thousands of people who just don't have great internet wouldn't be able to watch my stuff anymore. And that would be messed up. So I'm not going to abandon the people who've been with me for 10 years, and maybe just because where they live, or the circumstances they have, they don't have great internet. I'm not going to abandon those people just to go 100% gung-ho Twitch only. You know what I mean? I'm there for those people. I'm really appreciative of their support for the years that they've been with me. And so for now, that's why I do it the way I do it. Okay? There you go. Monique 4 did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Monique, for the cheer. I appreciate that. Nolbert87 did a $1 tip. Thank you very much, Nolbert, for the tip. He says, I can't stay for the stream, but wanted to say congrats on yesterday and Happy New Year. Here's to 2018 being better for all of us. Very nice. Ping Pong Pang, what's going on, man? Give me a $5 tip. Thank you, Ping Pong Pang, for the tip. I appreciate that. Good to see ya. Carlos K did a 100-bit cheer. He says, will we see a review of your car since you're such a gearhead? No. The bottom line, folks, is there was a time when I shared all that shit with you guys. And at this point, since I am a much more humble person now, I don't think it's right for me to like say, oh, look at my car that I got in 2017. And by the way, it's nothing to show off. It's a very moderate car. It's a mid-range car. It's not expensive car. Like I said, I downgraded from the old car I used to have. It's not like it used to be. I'm not showing my wealth off. This isn't fucking DSP Cribs where I show you all my incredibly exorbitant, expensive stuff. Because I don't have anything like that, okay? You guys don't need to see my car. You don't. It's not a big deal. And I'm not going to show it and flaunt it on a video, you know. There's no purpose for that, so. All right, I've got another troll cheer I'm going to ignore. There you go. Ignore that one. Big Boy Dumber did a 30-bit cheer and said Metal Gear Solid is going to be sick. If these playthroughs go well, maybe PS1 MGS one day. I already played it. I already played Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation 1. I played it years ago. And actually, that playthrough, even though it wasn't amazing, was much better than my Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 playthroughs because I actually took it more seriously. So you can check that out. That's on my DSP Gaming channel on demand. You can watch that whenever you want. There you go. King of Hypocrisy did a 10-bit cheer. He said, your first new cooking with the king should be brownies to troll all those nunix who believe the ridiculous story. Maybe it will be. Just maybe it will be. All right. Goku Deep Throats Lord Champa. Wow. Tipped me $1 and said, in honor of LA Noire concluding, who is your favorite porn star? I've already told you this guy a million times. It's Mandingo. When you see that ginormous Black Mamba-esque penis, it's just, it changes you. All right. Big Boy Dumper did a 20-bit cheer. He says, also, I want to change the name to just Big Dumper. I've been a fan for years, but this is my first Twitch. Fail. It is. Would you like me to call you Big Dumper? I can just call you Big Dumper from now on. And I'll pretend like your name's not Big Boy Dumper, and that way you won't feel bad about it. How about that? All right, I'll try to remember from now on when you cheer, I'll call you Big Dumper instead of Big Boy Dumper. There you go. Woo Bag. Subscribe to the channel for the 14th month in a row. Wow, thank you for 14 months of ongoing support, Woobag. That is tremendous, and I sincerely thank you. Static Mesh Wave resubscribed for the 4th month in a row. Thank you, Static Mesh Wave, also for the ongoing support. He says, Happy New Year. Where do you see yourself in the future? I see myself in a flying DeLorean with shoes that tie themselves, flying down the street on a hoverboard. It's going to happen, folks. In the year of 2016, it will happen. Okay, then. Shout out to Brian Krebs, who did a 100-bit cheer, and he says, I'll be back in a few weeks. I can't take these idiots spamming my chat because I support you with bits. Ladies and gentlemen, there definitely are negative idiots who sit in my stream chat, no lie, and they wait for you guys to cheer, sub, and tip, and they wait for your shout-outs to attack you. What you need to do, 2 things. Number 1, you can block them. I believe it's just /block or ignore. It's /ignore and then a space and then their name. Then you shouldn't be able to see their messages ever again. Number 2, you should be reporting these people to Twitch. You can report them for misbehavior and explain what they're doing. They will be banned from Twitch. Also, it may behoove you to notify a moderator that they're doing that. So that way the moderator can see if they're misbehaving and they can ban them from the stream chat as well. All right. I apologize that happens. Obviously, there's nothing I can do to protect that, and I wish I could. I can't stop assholes from being assholes, and I certainly am appreciative of your support, especially in the fact that people are supporting me even though they're getting harassed like that. But thank you guys very much, and I'm sorry it happens, but taking those precautions, you can slam those guys in the butt. There you go. Shout out to the Spicoli, who did a 100-bit cheer. He says, just wanted to stop by and say hello. I have to run out and buy champagne and shrimp snacks for later tonight, but I'll try to pop back in later if I can. Thank you, Spicoli. Rock the Ice did a 10-bit cheer. He said, DSP's Pimp My Ride. Another troll cheer that I'm going to ignore. This guy's going to keep cheering and paying me even though I'm ignoring all his cheers. He's not very smart. Let's put it that way. Brits94 did a 25-bit cheer and says, did you like Secret of Mana back in the day, and are you looking forward to the remake? I did, but being that it was more action-based, I actually didn't like it as much as games such as the turn-based games like Final Fantasy VI, Chrono Trigger. Those were more prominent at the time, and I like those better. But Secret of Mana is a really good game, so I'm very excited for the remake. I'm gonna play it for sure. I am actually craving kind of a classic RPG, and being the remake is probably going to be very popular because it's a remake, and it's a reason for me to play it. I'm excited. So there you go. Excuse me. There you go. Be the Lewd. It took me $1 and said, Phil, I gotta go. I hope you have a good stream today and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Be the Lewd. Saru gave me a 100-bit cheer. And he says, I missed the fundraiser stream, so here's a late cheer for you. Anyway, I wanted to ask, what did you think of ARMS? I'm getting it with my Switch soon. Meh. ARMS was kind of meh. ARMS is fun for the first couple hours. And then when you realize the game really in the meta is not very good, it's just two guys dancing around each other, dodging repeatedly until finally someone lands one hit. It's not a very good game at a high competitive level. It actually is quite boring at a high competitive level. But just playing through the story and everything, it's fun for a few hours. But there's a reason why you don't hear anyone talking about ARMS anymore. It literally died within like 2 weeks of release because people realized that a high level of the game is not very good. Just being honest. Big Dumper did a 30-bit cheer. He says, are you playing Metal Gear Solid 3 first? It's a prequel, so that's good. And Metal Gear Solid 2 is extremely convoluted. Metal Gear Solid 3 is more coherent. No, I'm starting with 2. Then when 2's done, I'm playing 3. Just like I did back in the day. That's how I did it, so I'm doing that way again. King of Hypocrisy did a 10-bit cheer and started talking about porn stars, which I'm not going to do. So thank you for the cheer, but no. And then Gargos15 did a 50-bit cheer. He says, do you think your YouTube detractors have actually spread your message and brought in more tips and support? Yup, I do. I honestly believe that now, I said this last night, and I'll say it again. I said this on my stream last night. I have now become the underdog again. When I started on YouTube in 2016, in 2016, that's not true at all. When I started on YouTube in 2008, I was the underdog. I was a nobody. No one knew who I was, but I was the Joe Nobody who played games, did honest commentary on them, raw commentary, unedited, had fun, and was so different that when I lost my job in 2010, my office job, people felt so bad. They were like, this is bullshit. Let's support Phil. I became virally popular and successful on YouTube because I was the underdog. They saw, let's support the underdog, right? Then in 2011, 2012, I became so popular on YouTube that people basically turned against me and said, wow, this guy's on top. That's not fair. He doesn't do the editing that other people do, and he doesn't do the high quality direct capture that other people do, and he doesn't put in the effort that other people do. He doesn't deserve any success. Let's slam him, and let's say that all his gameplay sucks and make negative montages about him. And they did. And for years, that became prominent. But now, I become the underdog again. Now I'm the guy, after 10 years, I'm coming back. And I think people look at that, and they say, what the fuck? Why are these people so negative to him? They literally make shit up about him constantly. They insult him constantly. You know, this is ridiculous. Well, I'm going to support this guy because this is bullshit. And I honestly think I get more support now than I would have because these people keep hating on me. They're just not that smart, folks. They're not. The bottom line is, if you're a person who just spends all your days hating on people, you're not that smart anyway. So it's pretty obvious. All right. Brits94 did a 25-bit cheer. Says, have you seen the blaxploitation film Boss? No, I have not. And Filthy Sleazeball, who's been doing troll cheers all morning, did another one and said, troll cheer, Happy New Year. There you go. All right, folks. So, FYI, we are now up to 381 total subs. Okay? That's the highest I've ever had. The most subs I've ever had. Okay? If we hit 8 more, so if we get to 389, I will hit 400 sub points and we'll be able to get another emo. Or if some people do the higher level subs, like I believe if you do the tier 2 sub, it counts as double. And I believe if you do the tier 3 sub, it counts as 5. Okay? So I need 8 more sub points and then we get another emo unlock. So just throwing that out there, if anyone was thinking of subbing, now would be the time because we have a chance to unlock a new emo. And once it's unlocked, it never locks again. Okay? But chances are that the subs are probably going to dip, I would think. I don't know. I mean, I think I got a bunch of subs in the last day or two because of the rallying of support for me. I would assume these subs are going to dip. So now is the time. If you want to sub, you want to make it happen, hit a new emo tier here. Today would be the day to do it. Okay? All right, folks. That's it. Let's end the pre-stream. let's finish LA Noire together. Let's have some fun. And let's have a positive day. And I will say this. Thank you to Better Than Biscuits, who is currently the cheerleader for today's stream. Just want to throw that out there. And let's do it. Thanks, everybody. All right, here we go.